Hello, ladies. Welcome to my porch for tea, conversations, and a few reflections on aging gracefully. Grab your favorite beverage, your favorite chair, and let's spend a quiet moment together. Although it's not too quiet, I know you could probably hear the birds and the kids next door, but I couldn't resist coming out on this beautiful morning to spend with you. And you know what? A few days ago, I was looking through old pictures. You know the kind, the ones tucked into albums or hidden on your camera phone, and all of a sudden they pop up and you just stop in your tracks. And the other day, there I was, 10 years younger, a fewer lines around my eyes, a little firmer here, a little smoother there, puffier, fuller cheeks, and for a moment, I caught myself thinking, wow, Lulu, you look so young. And then I had to smile and laugh because 10 years ago, I know I looked at another picture and thought exactly the same thing. Isn't that funny? It's kind of sad, too, but we spend so much of our lives appreciating ourselves in hindsight. We look back and finally see the beauty we couldn't see at the time, the strength we didn't even know we possessed, the grace that was quietly carrying us through. And maybe that's what aging really is. Not slow fading, not something to fear, but a lifelong of becoming. And it's what I call aging into the woman you are becoming. Sometimes I think we forget that aging begins the moment we were born. A tiny infant becomes a toddler becomes a child, and a child becomes a young woman. I have 2 grandchildren, and I cannot believe how much they've grown in just a couple years. They've changed dramatically from being that tiny little infant to walking, running, talking in just 2 years. It's crazy. And somehow along the way, we stopped calling it growth and started calling it aging. But perhaps they're really the same thing, a lifelong journey of becoming. The bushes and the trees outside here remind me of this. In spring, they burst open with new life. In summer, they stretch towards the sun. And in autumn, they release what they no longer need. And in the winter, they rest. Yet at no point does the trees or the bushes or the flowers apologize for the season it's in. It simply becomes what it was created to be. I wonder if we were actually meant to do the same. There was a season when I was raising children, a season of building a career, a season of heartbreak, a season of loneliness, a season of healing, and now a season of slowing down enough to notice the beauty of where I am. That's one reason why I chose my brand name, Season of Becoming. Because whether we're 25, 45, 65, or 85, we're all becoming someone. The question isn't whether we're aging, the question is who we're becoming along the way. At 52, I was diagnosed with cancer. And you know what, when you hear those 3 words you never want to hear, you have cancer, something completely shifts. The things that once seemed important suddenly lost their grip. You stop worrying quite so much about the perfectly smooth skin or the number on the scale. You begin paying attention to what really matters. Your family, your friends, your health, your strength, your energy, your joy, your ability to wake up and greet another day with hope. Cancer taught me that health is never something we're entitled to. It's a gift. And gifts deserve gratitude. And now at 65, I see things completely different. I don't exercise because I'm trying to look 25. I exercise because I want to be 90, still climbing my stairs. I don't lift weights because I'm chasing a smaller size. I lift weights because I want strong bones, a strong body that will carry me into the next chapter of life. I walk just about every day, and I practice Pilates, and I do resistance training. Nothing extreme, nothing fancy. The key is just to be consistent with movement, because strength is freedom. Freedom to travel, to explore, to serve, to play with grandkids. Freedom to fully participate in the life that we have been given. And I also have learned that health isn't built from just one big decision. It's built from hundreds of tiny little ones, like drinking at least 8 glasses of water a day, getting enough sleep, taking the walk, stepping out into the sunshine, choosing foods that nourish us, breathing deeply when life feels overwhelming. It's those little things that matter more than we realize. You know, being in retirement has taught me something beautiful. Life isn't meant to be rushed through, it's meant to be experienced. A quiet cup of tea on my porch, a walk in the morning light with my dog, Asti, a conversation with a friend, a good book, a new adventure, a trip you've always dreamed of taking. You know, these moments matter, and the older I get, the more I appreciate them. And while we're talking about becoming, let's talk about style, because I know many of you follow me for color analysis and fashion. The older I've gotten, the less interested I am about looking younger, and the more interested I'm looking like myself again. A little funky, a little boho, a little hippie. And that's a very different goal. Now, don't get me wrong, I still enjoy skincare. I still color my hair. I still love beautiful clothes and discovering colors that bring my face to life. But I've stopped believing that youth is the prize. Ladies, health is the prize. Peace is the prize. Joy is the prize. Having purpose is the prize. And perhaps most of all, becoming fully ourselves is the prize. That's one reason why I love color and color analysis. Not because there are rules, because if you want to wear a color that's not on your color wheel, you go for it. But because it helps us work with what we've already been given. It helps us come into harmony with ourselves. And the same is true of aging. The goal isn't to become someone else. The goal is to become more fully ourselves. The lines on our faces tell a story. That beautiful silver strand in your hair tells stories. The scars tell stories. The laugh lines tell stories. Every season has left its mark, and every season has value. So drink the water, take the walk, wear the color, lift the weights, eat the vegetables, wear the shorts, step into the sunshine, take the trip, wear the sleeveless top, wear what you love, laugh with your friends, love the people around you, care for the body you've been given, but don't spend much time trying to stop aging, that you'll forget to enjoy living. Aging isn't the story, becoming is. And if we're fortunate, every year brings us one step closer to the woman we're always meant to be. Women becoming in every season, including this one. And maybe that's the real gift of growing older. Not becoming less ourselves, but finally becoming more.